Seriously good tonight, okay.
I rank based on categories which are what I consider important or as a judging criteria. It's alright to not agree with me, but I'd still like to hear your opinions. So please comment your own opinions in the comment section and please do so respectfully. I have a total of 9 years of dance experience. I also have experiences in ballet, hip-hop and K-pop dance genres.
rules. 머리 잡기 전 lights off tonight. 참을 수 없을 것 같아 losing myself. Yeah, 머리 party 그냥 나 almost there. 시작해볼까 right now.
She shows a good amount of energy, but she is inconsistent with that. She also doesn't appear to be that clean and she looks awkward and stiff sometimes. Her isolations aren't so good either. For me, she shows little stage presence, as it mostly appears like she is just trying to get the choreo right. This is visible especially when she isn't in the center. Although, one thing I'd like to commend her stage presence for is her firm gaze, like in Feel Special. Although, I noticed that in recent times, she has improved in her stage presence when she isn't in the center.
Feel me, 네가 날 위한 사람이라고 믿니? Only for me, only for me.
Yun is a very fluid dancer, and that is one of the most noticeable things about her, although her pops lack power. She has a decent amount of stage presence, but the issue is she only does one thing with her face. It's either she smiles or does nothing. And although that's alright sometimes, it looks awkward and a bit creepy at times. Just like Zhang Yian, she's sometimes inconsistent with her use of power/energy like in More and More, but I believe Zhang Yian is more consistent than her. Taeyun is also better at coordinating her lower body than her upper body. Overall, I think she's equally tied with Zhang Yian, considering that they both have their own strengths and weaknesses. Although, if she put in more energy, I believe she could be a better dancer.
당신은 모든 걸 다 지워 시각에만 의존해 매일매일 정말 아무것도 못하네 엄마 매일매일 이러다 큰일 날 것 같은데
Chaeyoung is an average dancer. Her major issue, however, is her lack of energy. Otherwise, she's a very clean dancer and she shows great coordinations in her moves. I feel like if she put in more energy, she'd be more appreciated for her dancing. For example, she danced really well in Fancy, the Feels and Talk That Talk, and that's because she put in more energy than usual. She is also a versatile dancer. But again, another issue with her would be her stage presence. Sometimes it may look like she's bored on stage, but other times she shows great stage presence. She is inconsistent with her facial expressions. She is also a bit stiff. Nonetheless, one thing I'd like to commend Chaeyoung for is the fact that she dances a lot in heels, more than the other members. Since she's the shortest in Twice, so stylists tend to put her in heels more often, but she still does a good job. Overall, she shows a lot of potential. I genuinely don't understand why people keep complaining about Chuyi's dancing. It's not perfect, but it's very decent nonetheless. She's very much a decent dancer, but there are many better dancers in Twice than her. She's very coordinated and fluid. She's also a very clean dancer. She also shows consistency in her power throughout a performance. Something that people forget to take note of when criticizing her dance is that she's really tall, so normally some moves would look weird on her. Another issue with her is that just like Daeyeon, she either smiles or does nothing with her face. I feel like the main thing that helps her stage presence is her aura and attractiveness. Originally, I placed Chuyi above Chaeyoung, but according to the categories to which I used to rank, there is not much difference between her and Chaeyoung. So they are tied. Is an amazing dancer. She's very detailed and clean. She is also very fluid and has a good sense of how to use her body. Her stage presence is also on point. She knows how to use her face well, and her attractiveness and aura also draws attention to her. Sadly, when she's not in the center, she sometimes looks a bit bored. There is a difference between doing nothing with your face and doing subtle facials. Subtle facials could be something holding a firm gaze, batting of eyelashes, slightly raising a brow, slightly opening and closing lips, etc. Sana tends to do a lot of those when she isn't smiling, and I commend for that. She could definitely pass as a lead dancer in another group.
맘에 들지 I like it 네 A to Z 꽤 달콤해
Nayeon is very fluid and that is one of the most noticeable things about her. Her stage presence is also very consistent, so is her energy. She is also very detail-oriented. She has an amazing sense of what's always going on with her body and she is very coordinated. Nayeon is definitely deserving of her lead dancer and center title, and I don't understand why someone would even think otherwise. She tends to draw a lot of attention on stage, due to her remarkable stage presence and attractiveness. She is one of the most energetic member of TWICE, and one of the most energetic in K-pop as a whole. She's both an amazing performer and an amazing dancer. Although I would give her more credits as a performer than as a dancer. Don't get me wrong here. What I'm trying to say is that she has amazing energy and stage presence, which is generally what makes a good performer. I do commend her though, because she uses so much energy throughout a performance and she doesn't display any form of fatigue. Another good quality she has is her amazing fluidity and coordination, although it sometimes gets messy or appears too raw. Jiho's stage presence is another amazing thing about her. She always manages to draw so much attention to herself. Her aura, attractiveness, and facial expressions are also appealing to viewers. Nonetheless, Jiho is lead dancer and center material. She could even pass as a main dancer if she was in a different group. Overall, I believe she still has a lot of untapped potentials.
희미한 변화가 있는데 자꾸 미소 짓게 돼 아무 일도 없는데 자꾸 마법에 걸려 밤을 새도 안 졸려 다른 생각 지워져 심장 소리는 커져 사랑이 참 쉬워져 그래서 빠지고 빠져 점점 너에게 That's what you do to me 다른 건 달콤하게 Tell me now 떠오르는 뻔한 말이 더 좋다는 걸 알잖니
Truly the swan of Twice. Her elegance is undefeated. She's very clean and accurate as well. Sadly, Mina is really underappreciated in K-pop, and people tend to forget that she's even a main dancer. The major faults I see in her would be her stage presence and low energy, otherwise she's an amazing dancer. Yes, Mina is attractive. But she sometimes fits into the background too easily, which is majorly due to her lack in facial expressions and her aura. This approach to her stage presence works well in ballet, but not so much in K-pop. She's also very fluid, clean, and accurate. Sadly, if I were to rank the Twice members as idol dancer, I'd rank her at 5th with Sana, but if it's actual dancing she's 2nd. Overall, Mina is a good idol dancer and she still shows a lot of potential, but we all know her comfort zone is in ballet and she's good at it.
아래로 roll 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 이렇게 너무 비쳐 눈빛 사이 오고 가는 말 차근차근
She is certainly one of the best dancers in K-pop. She is a very talented dancer. I really couldn't find any fault in her. She's detailed, creative, clean and very fluid. Her stage presence is also top-notch and never staggers, even when she isn't in the center. Momo is one that is passionate about dance, and this is evident even in her stage presence. She commands attention on stage and is definitely not a member that can fit into the background. Even if she were to slip and fall, she will always get up again and give us her best.
You look at me waiting to attack. You are on your worst behavior. I want it just like that. So predictable,
never let you go. 5 words you never say. I laugh alone like nothing's wrong. 4 days has never felt so long. If 3's a crowd and 2 is us, 1 slipped away. I just wanna make you feel okay, but all you do is look the other way.
지금 너에게로 갈래 Fancy Baby 난 정말 아무것도 못하네 Oh my mayday 이러다 큰일 날 것 같은데 Bang bang 것만 같아 out of control 나를 감시하는 the spotlight 비출수록 어둠 속으로 빨려들어 같이 보이는데 I know it's not right I can't stop me 내 앞에 놓여진 이 red light 건너편에 너와 난 예는 너를 맞춰 느끼고 싶어 다른 trans highlight I can't stop me risky wiki this is an emergency happy somebody stop me cause I know I can't stop me 답은 알고 있잖아 근데 가고 있잖아 이러고 사는 듯 뜨거운 사막 위에 예쁘게 피어난 장미 같아 조심스레 내게 다가올 때 나도 모르게 질러버릴 텐데 인자에 필요한 순간이야 정신을 놓치면 지금이야 궁금하잖아 전화기 들어 질문을 던져 대답해 잠깐 나도 What about myself 쉽지 않단 걸 You might want somehow You wanna try but not tonight So I'll make up my friend up take off my makeup I'm sleep good tonight okay